Hi, everyone. My name is Matthew. The team call me 40, and I'm the website services manager here at Built. So today's website review is going to be a little bit different. Usually we do this for websites that have been built elsewhere, but our longstanding member Daniel has asked us to review his website just to see if there's anything that I can spot in his website that I think could do with updating or improving. So a lot of the things that I would usually look out for in my website review videos will have already sorted. So yeah, a little bit different today, but without any further ado, let's get stuck in. So um, overall, I obviously like the website. I like the imagery that's on here. It's fantastic. But I will just give you a bit of feedback on a few things at the top, and we can go from there. So, excuse me if I'm looking down. I've made a few notes, so let's go for it. So, first and foremost, is the SSL certificate. So, Daniel, we built your website before we offered a SSL installation as part of that. I'd highly recommend having the SSL installed. So for new customers, it's £100 plus VAT, but for existing customers, we're happy to do it for £70 plus VAT. And I think it's just well worth doing because first, as you can see, there's this, it says in the top corner, not secure. And you know what, that might make the difference for someone who would potentially use your contact form. Someone who's going to put their personal details in, like their phone number, email address, maybe their personal address. They just want peace of mind to know that that's going to be secure. Basically, all an SSL certificate does is it helps encrypt any personal details that go through the website. And it has a couple of really good benefits. One, as I mentioned, customers are going to be more likely to get in touch with you on your website. And two, it helps with your Google ranking. So definitely worth doing. Daniel, if you want to get that sorted, just drop me a line after you've watched this video and I will get that sorted for you. Cool. So that out of the way, there's a few things that I would recommend doing. And in fact, as you're a website customer, Daniel, we're going to be updating this on your behalf. So first and foremost, I think what would really work well here is a tagline. So whether we have some sort of call to action or major headline as to why people should choose you, I'd love to just have some text right here in the middle, and then maybe the button underneath with a call to action that says get in touch today or get a free quote or something along those lines. But just adjusting this banner here so that there's a clear call to action, so the button, as well as a headline as to why people should choose you. So scrolling down, at the moment, we've only got this one sentence here. And I think one thing that will definitely benefit this website from a point of view of customers looking through this site, and then also Google, will be to expand this section. So just going into a bit more detail as to who you are as a business, because at the end of the day, that's super important for customers. They want to know what services you offer, why they should choose you, any sort of relevant accreditations, stuff like that. So I'll be working on this about section and just building that out basically. And then kind of as I'm scrolling down the website, one thing that, as I mentioned, I really like is the images. I mean, look at these. These are fantastic. What I would say, Daniel, is if you could please send me any newer images, that'd be fantastic. And I will either add those to the gallery or add them throughout the website. And the reason why that's important is because Google loves to see websites that are constantly kept up to date. So while this imagery is fantastic and it does the job really well, it would be good to bring in some new images as well. So if you have any that you can share with me, even if they're not of this quality, then that's fine. But just let me know. Okay, another thing that I'll be doing that I noticed towards the bottom of the homepage is I'm going to be updating this Find Us On section. So one thing I'd love to do is just make the images uniform. So make them all the same size so they it just looks a bit more neat and professional. And then I will also be updating the verified logo because this is our old logo effectively. So I'll update that for you. I think the link should still work fine. In fact, it did because I tested it before making this video. But the logo will need to change. Okay, and then last thing is I think this sort of the gallery and the footer. I think it looks a little bit messy with the different dimensions, and I think even if we did make them all the same size so it was uniform and neat, it would still be quite small. You've got the gallery slider up here. You've got the gallery page. I think it's just worth keeping it so that customers look at the gallery on there, because here it's hard to do those images justice. So what I'll do is I'll replace this footer widget with your contact details, just so that your phone number and email address are just visible throughout the website and easily accessible. Okay, so that's the home page. Next, going on to the about page. Now, one thing I noticed is that we've got a little section about you, Daniel, in the team section. And one thing that's missing, though, is a picture of you. Now, I know when most trades get told that it would be great to have a picture of them on the website, they're not quite sure. Most trades don't really want to have their face on there. However, we found it's made a huge difference for some trades who are happy to have their picture on there, just because it just helps build up trust with the customer. It helps make your business look more personable. And I really think that having just a picture of you there, you can choose any picture you want, really, and send it across. Just having a picture there, people will then be like, okay, when I call this business, I know who's at the other end of the phone. And I know that might sound a bit silly, but it really does help build a relationship with potential customers. And when other trades they might be calling for a quote, they won't really get that as well. So if you could please send a picture of you, or even just point me in the right direction on Facebook just send me the link to like your profile picture, for example. Just let me know and I'll be happy to update that for you. Cool. So moving on to services. One thing that I noticed on the services that the formatting is a little bit weird. So I'll be updating that for you. Don't worry about that. You can see how it's got a lighter background here, and it looks like it's kind of cut off mid-sentence. So I'm not sure why that is. Maybe like some of the styles got copied and pasted from elsewhere, but I'll sort that for you. And then on the next point is really depending on what you want to be doing with your website. If you really want your website to be pushing on and winning you more work in Google, one thing that we offer as a service to existing customers is basically paying us to build optimized pages for your website. So whether it's a service that's not currently listed on here, because I know you've got fitted kitchens, appliance sinks, and worktops. You've also got supply and installation here. So whether you want us to build on an existing service or create a page for a brand new service that's not on here currently, we will happily do that for you. So current rate for that is £55 plus VAT. And then as part of that, we will do absolutely everything. So we'll do the research to make sure we know which keywords are being searched for in Google. We'll do the writing all of the content. Obviously, the more that you can provide us, the better, but we'll write all of the content from start to finish. And then we'll do everything else, including like adding images to the page and adding buttons that will take you to the contact form. So if that's something that you'd be interested in us doing, as I said, whether it's a brand new service that's not currently on your website, or if you want us to build on one of these pages that you've added yourself, just drop me a line and we can sort something out. If you want multiple pages, I can more than happy to offer you some sort of discount. So just let me know Daniel, if you want to go ahead with that. And then next, I think in general, I'd like to clear out the menu a little bit more, because there's some items that don't really need to be in the main menu at the top. So for example, moving the terms and conditions to the footer. And then I think doing that same thing with the your safety, because that's still important to have, but I just don't think at this point that it's necessary to be here. And then where this says more, I'm going to replace that with, I think, something that will say something like kitchens or something like that, just so when people hover over that, they know exactly what sort of pages will drop down from that. So I'll be sort of tweaking the menu just so it's more simplified and it's easier to navigate your way around. Okay, and then following on from that, a couple other points. Big one is collecting new reviews for your business. Now, great thing about Expert Trades, verified profiles, I believe you have one already, is that you can collect reviews on there and that will automatically plug into your Built website. So all you need to do is just click on this link here. You know, see how it went to your page, click on reviews, click on write a review. All you have to do is just copy and paste this, send it to your customers, and they will be taken to this page to directly leave you a review. Once you've approved it, it will automatically go on your website. And that's great from the point of view of potential customers having a look at your site. And then also, Google loves to see reviews as well, and that helps with just in general pushing up the rankings. So definitely recommend doing that. And then I guess another point that I already mentioned is with your images on your gallery, send across any projects that you've been working on recently in the last few months or even the last year, and I will be happy to add those to your website. Even if you want to send across almost all of the images you have and you want me to have a look through them and sort myself and just use the ones that you think I think will work best, more than happy to do that as well. So just let me know if I can be of help on that front as well. Okay, so I hope you found this video helpful, Daniel. For those watching this video on our YouTube channel, we're happy to offer this free website review service to customers who don't have a website with us. So people who have had a website for a while, and whether you're deeply unhappy with your website and it's not performing for your business and it's not doing your business justice, or if you're at the point where you're fairly happy with your website but you haven't had it updated for a while and you can just want a few bits of feedback on ways to just improve it, I'm happy to provide this service for absolutely anyone. So just request a review on our website and I will get that sorted for you. Okay, great. Hope this helps, and speak to you soon. Bye-bye.